What does your trading day look like? Let's talk about that and more right now. Hey traders, Andrew Mitchem here at the Forex Trading Coach. Welcome to video and podcast number 355. And I want to answer a question that I get asked quite a lot about how somebody should structure their trading day, and also what does my personal trading day look like. So let's talk about that, because it's really important that as a trader you have a plan, you have a structure, and that you have a routine. Why? Well, because you never really know what the market's going to do. And you need to be there, in my opinion, you need to be looking at the same type of charts and the same time of day as often as you can. And that just gives you consistency over time, and you get to understand how the market works and its characteristics, etc. Now, obviously with trading, to do it properly, you've got to enjoy it. Now, for most people, realistically, you're not going to be a full-time trader, at least to start with. You're going to have other commitments, family, jobs, sport, music, whatever it might be. And the problem is that right now there seems to be a bit of a movement around that the so-called sort of work hard lifestyle kind of gurus out there are sort of getting into this. You've got to keep going, got to work sort of 12, 14, 16-hour weeks, just got to keep going. The problem is, for those people that do that, first of all, there's no fun. And secondly is, how on earth do you fit something new in like trading around that? So for me, it's almost like flip it the other way around. You've got to make the trading fit in around what you're currently doing, especially if you're not trading full time to start with. So for me, personally, I think that less is more. I've always thought in terms of trading, less is more. The less you interfere with the trade, the better you do. The less time you're staring at your screen to your charts, the better you do. And that has just been a proven case. So to give you an idea of how I structure my day, and bear in mind, I'm in New Zealand, which is on a completely different time zone to most other countries around the world, is that you need to sort of base yourself on the New York time as well. So wherever you live in the world, make that kind of adjustment. So for me, I wake up at about 6 o'clock in the morning. Kids are off to school by about 7:15. And from then on, I have a quick look at the charts about what's happened overnight, my time, into the later European session and the US session, getting an idea of what's happened to my open positions, have they made profit or loss, just have a quick scan through the market. And then at around 10:30 my time, which is just before the 11 o'clock changeover of the daily charts, I'll then have a more serious look at what's happening in the market. So that is based on the 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time New York close of day. So around 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, which for me is the next day at 10:30 a.m., I'll go and look at the charts, and I'll go through, because of course I do extra write-ups for my membership site and for the free sites and different places on strength and weakness analysis. So it takes me a little bit longer than normally if I wasn't writing that. But anyway, I'll go through, look at the daily charts, and we'll look at what is setting up on the daily chart, specific trades, plus strength and weakness for the next 24-hour time period. At the same time though, I can look at 12-hour charts, 8-hour charts, 6-hour charts, and 4-hour charts. And it's really interesting how things change around. We held a webinar just last night in the European session for clients, and there were a huge number of 8-hour chart trades that have occurred this week and a little bit into last week. Yet the previous week, they were all 4-hour charts, I think there were. There was lots of those, but very few sort of 8 and 12-hour charts. So it just depends on what's happening in the market, which is why we really strongly suggest, if you can, when you're looking at the daily charts, look at another couple of time frames at the same time. They all close at the same time, so why would you not look at them? So we do that. And then for me, so it's 11 a.m. And then at 3 p.m., if I can, I'll look at the 4-hour chart changeover from 11 till 3, 4 hours, look then. At 5 p.m., if I can, I'll look at the 6-hour changeover. At 7 p.m., I'll then look at the 8-hour changeover. And then depending on the day, at 11 p.m., I'll then look at the the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the 6 hour, and the 12-hour changeover. That's coming into 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So not all the time do I do that, because 11 p.m., it's starting to get a little bit late. Certainly on a Monday, I don't do that. And on a Friday, I don't do that. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, midweek, when there's more likely price action, I try to do that. And now just last night, we held a live webinar as mentioned. And at that 11 p.m. my time, 5 a.m. New York time, we took trades on the live webinar. We took a sell trade on the 12-hour chart, pound Australian dollar, and that hit its profit target in 22 minutes. Absolutely unbelievable. It doesn't do that very, very often at all, especially on a 12-hour chart. Have a look on your charts. The pound Aussie just completely crashed, dropped away. We also took profit on our breakout strategy, which made another 1.5% this week. And that's a 5-minute strategy once a week on a Monday. And we also took a sell trade on the daily charts yesterday on the pound US, which was going quite nicely. Not quite got to its profit target, but still going well. And I also took a buy trade New Zealand yen on the 6-hour charts that's now got filled, and we'll know over the next day whether it hits its profit stop or we close it before the weekend. So all in all, you could quite easily trade in half an hour or so per day. And although that sounds really good, you've got to remember though, the reality is you've got to do that work up front and that hard yards up front to get to that stage, to have the ability in the eye to be able to know what you're looking for to get to that stage. But once you've got there, half an hour once a day, absolutely quite easily go through multiple time frame charts 2 or 3 times a day and trade very, very well. So I hope that helps. That's a bit of an insight into my daily structure, but don't forget that I'm doing that consistently. I'm not just one day just doing it and next day, I can't be bothered. You have to do it consistently. Consistency is key, and it will make you a good trader. So I'll see you this time next week. Once again, this is Andrew Mitchem at the Forex Trading Coach. Bye for now.